Hello and welcome back to the Colorado Rockies franchise. We're going to be ending the season today, but before that, we're going to talk about the outfield and the future at all three of those positions. Trevor Larnach figures to be a big part of that. He's been fantastic since we acquired him in that trade with the Twins. And Raimel Tapia has had his career best season, definitely going to be playing here next year, at the very least. Brinson has played his way into our plans, I guess, at least so far what he's done at the major league level. So he's going to be sticking around. That's three guys. Then we're going to move on to Ramirez, who we don't exactly know what we're going to do with him. He might not be around. He might be in the minor leagues. He has not been that great. He's been okay. Don't really have a plan for him exactly. Charlie Blackmon's definitely going to have to be here. Probably used mostly as a DH. He going to be turning 35 next year. Got $18 million owed over the next 2 seasons, so we probably will not be able to trade him at least this year. Sam Hilliard, he's been killing it at AAA, but struggles at the major league level. I don't know what we should do with him. Maybe we should keep him around in the minor leagues. Maybe he should get a shot in spring training, or maybe we should trade him. I don't know. Connor Blair, 22 years old. He's been all right at the AA level. Was an all-star, and figures to keep developing down there. And Zach Veen, our number one prospect, at least as of now, for the guys we drafted, figure into it. He's going to be playing at AA again next year at the start, and we'll see how he progresses. Don't forget about Jeff Asimov. Figures to be a big part of our future, but he's going to need time at the minor leagues. Now let's get to the free agents. Don't think we'll be signing Michael Conforto, but he is probably the biggest fish on the market at the outfield position, at least at the corner outfielder. Starling Marte, maybe, but probably not. He's going to be 33 years old. If his market's not there for him, I guess I could see it, but not very likely. And Dickerson, he's a corner outfielder that's pretty decent. But Eddie Rosario, somebody I could see the market falling out for and we could go out and get. He's a all-right hitter. Not too bad. We might go for one outfielder in the free agency. I haven't decided exactly yet. I guess it kind of depends on what the market's like with all these guys. Soler brings a bunch of power, but not a ton of defense, so we'd have to figure out how to play him out there in the outfield. Taylor is more the defensive guy, though. So tell me what you think we should do down below at the outfield positions with all these players going forward and about the free agents to be that we showed. And yeah, without further ado, let's get to today's episode and start to round out the season. You can see we're going to be taking on the Giants here. We're going to win game 1, 5-2. Tapia with 3 hits, Ramirez with 3 hits. Brinson would hit a double and a home run there for at least one home run for us on the day. Rodriguez to get the win. You can see in the standings we're 62 and 92. Cubs just barely in front of us. The Mariners 61 and 93. So if we end up losing a couple of games down the stretch, we could end up with the 3rd pick. If we win a couple of games and the Cubs and Mariners lose a couple of games, we could end up with possibly the 5th pick. Here we are. I'm going to start by watching this Giants game. We get a couple walks to start things. Gosman a little wild as he walks the bases loaded. They bring up V-Mile Machine hitting 350 on the year. He's only been up for about 30 games, I believe, and he's popping up just on the outside the infield. So now we got one out, and Colton Welker up hitting 056. Really struggled in his first couple of bats, at least at the major league level, and he's going to fly to right center field. The center fielder is going to make the play, but it's going to be deep enough to tag from third, so we got a 1-0 lead. Here early, Trevor Larnach up, hoping to do some damage, and he's going to swing and miss at a fastball out of the zone, so we leave a couple of runners on. Only get 1 run after having the bases loaded and nobody out. Brandon Belt, he's going to tie things back up right away, but now at 1, he has absolutely killed us this season, hitting that one 462 feet. Now Vosler in the top of the second, he's going to ground this to Welker. We get the 3rd out, so we'll be staying tied 1-1 as we move to the bottom of the second. Where Brinson's going to chop this to 3rd, but Vosler going to try to make a fancy play here and barehand this one. I don't think he had to. This is actually going to be ruled an infield single for Brinson, but I don't know why he even attempted that. Should have just gloved it and made the play easier. I got Garrett Hampson up. Brinson going to steal second base, putting himself in scoring position for the number 9 hitter. And Hampson, he's just going to flip this one into center field, and this should be hit well enough to be a RBI single. Rockies back in front, up 2-1 now. Tapia, he's going to get a walk. So we got 2 on and 1 out for Miguel Andujar. And Miguel Andujar is going to ground to third base, and this is probably going to be 2. Andujar not quite fast enough to beat that one out. We'll leave him a couple more runners on, but now we're up 2-1. Steven Duggar going to ground this to short. Hampson going to try to make the play, but he's actually going to make a throw offline. This one's going to be ruled an error. So now they got a runner on. And the next guy's going to line this to center field. Brinson running back. And he's going to lose track of this one. I think he lost it in either the lights or the rain. Either way, this is going to end up being a double. And the throw-in's wild. Rain really playing a factor here defensively. You got a couple errors and miscues by some infielders. Tapia going to dive on to make an amazing play out in left field. But it's going to be lead to a sac fly, tying it up at 2. And Tommy Listella is going to pop it up for the second out. But they're still going to have a runner in scoring position sitting out there at second base. Mike Yastrzemski, he's going to go down looking at the fastball in the outside corner. So they strand the runner. So we jump all the way to the top of the 8th. Still tied at 2. Gomber out in his second inning of work. He's getting a pop up to left field. It's going to be the first out. Now they got the middle of the order though. Austin Slater, he's going to single to center field. And now you might be in a little trouble. Mike Yastrzemski up in a full count. He's going to drive this to left field, hooking. Tapia racing back and going to make a heck of a play in that corner. So we get the second out. They got Wilmer Flores up. Playing some shortstop. He's going to line this to right field. Blackman going to dive on this and hit off his glove. It's going to be a long base hit. So they got first and third with 2 outs for Brandon Belt, who's going to walk to load the bases. Bringing up Vosler. Hoping to make up for that miscue earlier on the infield. And he's going to do just that, lining this into the right corner. It's going to be at least a 2 RBI double. The runner from first come racing all the way around. Going home in the relay. He's going to be out at the plate. So they get him down. But it's 4-2 as we move to the top of the 9th. Casali goes down looking after there's a leadoff walk. Sheffield trying to work around that. They got the top of the order up. Donovan Solano going to line this to right field. And I don't think this one's going to be caught. It's going to get down. The runner from first this time going to come around to score. This is going to end up being at 5-2. And the Giants are actually going to go on to win this one 5-2. We only get the 2 runs in the first 2 innings, and we could not do anything else after that. 6 hits. Welker with 2 of them, and Hampson with 2 of them, but not much else going on here. Senzatello would get the no decision at least. Didn't really pitch great, but didn't pitch terrible. We'd actually lose game 3 here, 1-7. Go 3 runs in the 9th inning. Only 4 hits this time. Would kill us. Garcia giving up 4 earned runs. Not his best outing for sure. Didn't even get a strikeout. Then we go on to lose this Nationals game, the first game of this series. Ramirez with a triple and a home run. Again, only 2 runs on the board for us. Marquez will get the loss, dropping him to 9-14 on the season. So now let's take a look at the standings. Where do we sit? Well, the Cubs are up at the 65 wins, so I don't think they'll really be catching us, more than likely. And the Mariners are at 63 wins. So we're in an all right spot. Now we got to take on Max Scherzer. Here at the top of the first, Ronaldo Lopez trying to get off to a good start. If you remember last time he faced the Nationals, he got smoked. He's locking the leadoff hitter here, and Stevenson, he's going to get him with the changeup. So he gets a strikeout here, but now they got Juan Soto. Juan Soto going to ground this through the infield. It ends up being a fluky base hit, and the runner's going to go first to third because it's hit too softly. So now they got runners at the corners with 1 out for Trey Turner. And Trey Turner's going to ground this up the middle, and that's an RBI single. Nationals up 1-0 here in the first. Josh Bell, he's going to ground this to his second baseman. Odor is going to turn the double play. So they get out of it, only allowing the 1. They got Raimel Tapia hitting leadoff up to 280 right now. And he's going to hit this off of Max Scherzer, who's going to be all right, but this is going to be an infield single to lead things off. Harold Ramirez up. 263 on the season. He's going to ground this to shortstop. Turner lollygagging a bit. He's going to go to second, and they're going to get nobody. That'd be ruled a base hit. But I don't know. It almost should have been an error. Scherzer going to bounce back here. Scherzer gets the strikeout on Blackman. And Duhar goes down swinging. So now the back-to-back strikeouts. Now the rookie, Trevor Larnach, got to do something with 2 away. And he's going to flip this into center field over Garcia's head. And the runner from second actually stopped at third, but still going to end up scoring. Tying it up at 1. Ryan McMahon now with the 2 away and 2 on. He's going to drive this to center field. And that's a no-doubter. That's out of here. A 3-run homer for Ryan McMahon. Making this a 4-1 Rockies lead. That's his 23rd of the season, and that went 475 feet. Now we need Lopez to shut things down a bit, but he's not going to do that here. Stevenson going to drive this one out of here, making this a 2-4 lead. Josh Bell leading off the top of the fourth. He's going to start this by getting hit by the pitch on the knee. Be all right. But they got a leadoff base runner. Now the former Rocky, Gerardo Parra, going to send this one out of here, tying it back up now at 4. Move to the bottom of the fourth. Rugnadour, he's going to answer back, sending this one over Parra's head out there in right field. So now we're up 5-4. Back and forth game here a little bit. Oduor's ninth, about probably be his last one as a Rocky. Or Ramirez in the bottom of the fifth. He's going to ground this through the infield to the right side there for a 1-out base hit. Got Miguel Andujar up, and he's going to line this in the left field corner. And it's going to get down, a hit off the wall and warning track. Ramirez is going to come racing all the way around from first, and he's going to score without a play at the plate. Up 6-4 as Andujar delivers. McMahon, who remember homered on the day earlier, it is going to homer again. This time a 2-run homer, making this an 8-4 Rockies lead. And that would be his 24th home run in the season. Now Charlie Blackmon looking to add on here. He's going to hit a solo home run, making this a 9-4 lead. And the Rockies look like they are in full control, and they're actually going to go on to win this one. You can see it winning 9-4. 10 hits, and they get 9 runs on those 10 hits. Scherzer going to drop to below 500 on his record for the season. McMahon with the big day and the 5 RBI. And pitching-wise, Lopez would get the win, giving up 4 earned through 5 innings. Bullpen was solid. We'd actually go on to take 2 or 3 from the Nationals. This one would win 2-1. Bunch of guys with just 1 hit. Brenton with that triple. And Rodriguez would get the win. He's moving himself to 2-0. I don't know how he's 2-0. Avoiding losses somehow. Now we're moving into the last series. See, we're taking on the Diamondbacks, where we're going to split the first 2. Game 1, we lose 2-8. A couple guys with 2 hits there on the day. Putting up 9 hits, but still a loss is a loss. Senzatella dropping to 5-9 as he can't make it through 4 innings. Only going 3 innings, giving up 5 runs. This one, though, we'd win 9-2. Flipping it. And we got a couple guys with 2 hits there. You can see a couple guys pinch hitting. And Garcia would have a great last outing on the season. Hopefully he carries that into next year. We're going to need him. And now you can see, yep, we are not going to drop back to 5th in the draft at 65 and 96. But the Mariners, 66 and 95. So we could either pick 3rd or 4th, depending on how things shake out in the last game of the season for everybody. If the Mariners end up winning, then we're going to get the 3rd pick. But if we win and they lose, it's a tiebreaker that I don't know exactly how to go down. And yeah, if we win, or if we just lose, then we're going to get the 3rd pick. So we're either picking 3rd or 4th. You can see Diamondbacks starting off the bottom of the 3rd. Josh Van Meter getting a solo home run to right field, making this a 1-0 Diamondbacks lead. And Nick Ahmed's going to walk. So Marquez in a little bit of trouble here in the 3rd inning. Tim LaCastro is striking on the fastball out of the zone. Diamondbacks got the top of the order up with a runner on. And Rojas going to flip this into left field. It's going to get down. Probably going to end up being a double, putting runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. For the heart of their order, Ketel Marte up. Very dangerous hitter, at least against us. He's going to chop this to 3rd base. Runner's going to score from 3rd, so it'll be a RBI ground out. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Walker going to ground this to 3rd as well. Nice sliding stop by Andujar, and he's going to get the out at 1st. So it's 2-0 as we move to the top of the 5th, where Victor Caratini is getting a 2-out walk, hoping to start something here. Really need to get the offense going. Bottom of the order up, though, Lewis Brinson. Pitch number 85 from Zach Gallen. Going to be lined in the right center gap, back at the wall. And it's going to hit off the top of the wall and get out of here. We rolled a home run. Brinson up to 5 on the short season for him at the major league level. And he's tied it up at 2. And we're going to move on to the bottom of the 6th. Where this one's going to be lined in the right center gap. Brinson racing back at the wall, and he's going to make the play. Loud out number 1. See Marquez up to 95 pitches. Just trying to get through and get the quality start and give his team a chance to take the lead maybe in the top of the 7th and give him a win perhaps. Be nice for him. And he gets the 2nd out and a ground ball to short. Rogers is going to make the nice play. So he gets through 6, gets that quality start. And the top of the 7th, Ryan McMahon is going to hit a solo home run to center field, doing exactly what Marquez wanted. Now he's got a chance at the win, and that's going to be McMahon's 25th on the season, getting to it in the last game of the year. Daniel Bard looking to shut things down. They're going to move all the way ahead to the 9th inning. Hoping to get the save. And a 1-2 count, he gets a ground ball to short, where Rogers is going to make the first out. So we got one out. Eduardo Escobar up. It's 1 for 3 on the day. Escobar, he's going to swing and miss. So now 1 out away from the Rockies, winning game 162. You can see at the bottom there, Mariners up 3-2 in the 6th inning. So this, if we win, it could still end up not mattering. This is going to be a grounder through the left side of the infield. So they got a 1-out base runner, and the throw is going to get away. Luckily, it won't matter. Josh Van Meter, remember, he homered earlier in the game, and he's going to walk. So now the tying run is in scoring position, and the winning run is on base at first. Nick Ahmed up. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. He's going to ground it to the first baseman, Welker, and he's going to step on the bag. Rockies are going to win this one 3-2. See Bud Black winning what would be probably his final game as a Rockies manager. 3-2. We won on 3 hits. 3 runs on 3 hits. Don't see that very often. Brinson, McMahon, and Ramirez, the only ones getting it done there with the bats. Marquez would get his 10th win on the year, finishing with that amount, and Bard to get the 26th save. We're actually going to stop it here, so I want you to tell me down below whether you think we're going to end up with a 3rd pick or 4th pick. Do you think the Mariners will hold on and win that game, and we'll end up with pick number 3? Or do you think they're going to blow it? So I'll see you then. See you next time.